Okay, welcome back. I'm going to try to go ahead and finish our last two topics here in this 5-minute segment. One of the things that we talk about quite often is a percent of a solution. So, if on page 139, there's actually a really nice problem in the first example, and they're looking at 8 grams or an 8% solution, which means that there's 8 grams of the pure drug in a 100 milliliter of saline or whatever the base solution is. So we're going to just set that up as an 8% solution. We'll set that up just like we did before, 8 over 100. And they want to know how much of the pure drug is in 25 milliliters rather than 100 milliliters. So 25 milliliters would be the whole part. So we're going to set that equal to there. And let's use a P this time. Okay, so we're trying to find out on an 8% solution how much is in 25 milliliters. So we'll go ahead and just like before, we'll go ahead and cross multiply. And we'll find out that 100 times the variable P is equal to 8 times 25. 8 times 25, you should be able to do real quick in your head. Just think of 8 quarters, it's $2. So 8 times 25 is 200. And we're going to divide both sides by 100. And you'll find that there is 2 milligrams of the pure drug in an 8%, in 25 milliliters of an 8% solution. Okay, and then the last one that we're going to look at is percent discounts. And there's a few different ways to look at that. I'll go ahead and try to write a formula up here that you can copy down and use that formula to solve. Basically what we're looking at is we have the percent of a number. So we'll say percent of some number is equal to percent of a number is equal to, let's call it, or percent, let's rewrite this as the percent of a total is some number, is a number. Hope that shows up on the screen there. Okay, now let's write this down more as a formula. So if I'm looking at the percent of a number, percent, let's use P, of is always times, so multiply, of your total is equal to a number. And that's a good formula for you to use. We can just copy that down and you can use that. And I'll show you how to use it now. So let's say that we're looking at, you need to get some medical supplies because it's required for your med training or your nursing training or whatever you're going to go to in the health profession. But they offer a 15% discount for students. So if your med supplies cost, let's say, $1,250, it's not cheap going into the health profession. So, but you get a 15% discount. How much will this cost you? Okay, so let's take a look at this real quick. Your percent, 15%. You have a 15% discount. Do you remember how to write 15% as a decimal? Remember, all I'm going to do is take this decimal and move it over 2 spaces to the left. Now I have it as a decimal. So my 15%, whenever I'm going to work with percents multiplying or dividing, I'm going to write it as a decimal to be able to use it. Okay, and I'm going to multiply this times the total. So my total was $12.50. And I want to find out what is my discount, and that's going to be the number. And this is fairly straightforward. All I have to do is multiply. I'll do that off to the side. 1250 times 1500th. That's 0, 5, carry a 2. 10 with 2 is 12, carry a 1. 5 times 1 is 5, and 1 is 6. I'm going to add a 0. 1 times 0 is 0. 5, 2, and 1. Remember, when you're multiplying by a decimal, you ignore the decimal until the very end. Just treat it like a normal multiplication problem. Go ahead and add your two lines, 0, 5, 7, 8, 1. Where do I put my decimal? In my original problem, I had two numbers to the right of the decimal, so in my answer, I need to have 2 digits to the right of the decimal. And my discount is $187.50. Am I done? Not quite, because I don't yet know how much I have to pay then. So let's find out. I'm going to go ahead and erase this. We're done with this. And if I have a cost of $1,250 and I have a discount of $187.50, then how much is this going to cost me? This is going to be 0 here. I'm going to have to borrow all the way from here. This becomes 10 and eventually 9. This becomes 10. So 10 minus 5 is 5. 9 minus 7 is 2. Here I'm going to have to borrow again. Let's make this into a 1, and this becomes a 14. 14 minus 8 is 6. 1 minus 1 is 0, and this 1 remains. So even though I get a 15% discount, it's still a little bit spendy. I need to pay $1,062.50. But it's better than paying full price. Okay, that's it for this unit. Remember, there's places to practice on IXL. Do your assignment, hand that in. If you have any questions, go ahead and email me. And good luck.